Remember when Friday nights meant watching the Vegas Strip light up on TV, packed sidewalks and casino floors so crowded you couldn't find a seat at blackjack? Those days are gone. At Caesar's Palace, weekend tables sit empty. Even MGM Grand's once busy poker room now closes early from lack of players. Vegas occupancy just hit its lowest point since 2009. Yet prices keep climbing. So where did everyone go? Gamblers aren't quitting. They're escaping to places that still treat them like winners. And the number one destination? It's closer than you think. Number 10, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Picture this. You book a weekend in Atlantic City, and your hotel room costs $89. Not $289 plus resort fees like Vegas. Just $89. That's why Atlantic City is quietly stealing back the gamblers Vegas priced out. The boardwalk everyone wrote off 5 years ago is alive again, packed with families playing $10 blackjack while eating saltwater taffy. You know what killed Atlantic City before? Competition from Pennsylvania casinos. You know what's saving it now? Vegas forgetting that regular people exist. Walk into the Borgata or Ocean Casino Resort today and you'll find something Vegas abandoned. Dealers who actually chat with you, comp drinks that aren't watered down, and parking that's still free. The vibe feels like 1995 Vegas, back when pit bosses knew your name and $100 could last all night. The Wild West Casino still runs $5 minimums all weekend, not just Tuesday at 3 a.m. like Vegas claims. Tony's Baltimore Grill serves breakfast 24 hours for under $8. The kind of greasy spoon diner Vegas bulldozed for another Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Steel Pier amusement rides give families something to do besides gamble. Imagine Vegas offering that. Even the street performers work for tips because they want to, not because some corporate contract stations them there like human props. One player told me he spent 3 nights in AC for what 1 night at the Bellagio would cost. Same games, ocean view included, and nobody charging him $30 for eggs. But if you think Atlantic City's comeback is impressive, wait until you hear where Mountain State gamblers are hiding out. Number 9, Black Hawk, Colorado. 40 minutes from Denver sits a secret Vegas doesn't want you to know about. Black Hawk, Colorado. A former gold mining town turned casino haven where you can still find $5 craps and dealers who remember your drink order. While Vegas builds another $25 minimum table, Black Hawk keeps it simple. Good games, cheap rooms, mountain air. The whole town runs maybe 10 casinos. But that's the point. You're not walking 2 miles between properties or paying $18 for parking. Everything's right there, tucked into a mountain valley where your biggest decision is whether to play at Monarch or Ameristar. Locals from Denver drive up for dinner and gambling, then drive home. No flight, no hotel, no resort fee nonsense. The Century Casino serves prime rib dinners for $14.99, the same meal that costs $59 at Vegas steakhouses. The Lodge Casino still runs happy hour with $3 beers and free hot dogs for players. These aren't gimmicks to get you in the door. It's just how they've always done business. You know what Black Hawk doesn't have? Nightclubs, celebrity chefs, or Instagram walls. You know what it does have? Dealers who've worked the same table for 15 years and genuinely smile when you sit down. Here's what really stings Vegas. Black Hawk just posted record revenues, up 15% this year. Not from high rollers or conventions, but from regular people who want to gamble without taking out a second mortgage. The altitude might make you dizzy, but at least the prices won't. The mountains are working, but there's another Nevada town making Vegas executives nervous, and it's only 90 miles south of the Strip. Number 8, Laughlin, Nevada. You want to know where Vegas locals go to gamble? Laughlin. That should tell you everything. When casino employees need a vacation from their own city, they drive south to this sleepy river town where time stopped in 1997, and that's exactly why people love it. Laughlin doesn't pretend to be something it's not. The hotels are older, the shows are tribute bands, and the buffets cost $12.99. But you know what else? You can see the Colorado River from your room, play quarter slots that actually exist, and eat breakfast for under $10. The average age might be 65, but those retirees know something younger crowds don't. Gambling should be fun, not financial warfare. The Riverside Resort still has nickel video poker machines. Actual nickel machines, not some digital minimum bet nonsense. Don Laughlin's original casino offers free popcorn to anyone playing slots, a tradition since 1966 that Vegas would mock as quaint. The Aquarius runs a poker room where dealers know every regular's name and bad beat stories from 5 years ago. This is what Vegas killed in pursuit of corporate efficiency, except here it never died. The Golden Nugget Laughlin charges $45 for rooms that would cost $200 in Vegas. Same company, same games, just without the attitude. One couple from California told me they've switched their monthly Vegas trip to Laughlin and saved enough for an extra vacation each year. The only entertainment might be watching the river flow by, but when you're not bleeding money, suddenly that's enough. But Laughlin isn't the only Nevada city embarrassing Vegas. 4 hours north, another desert town is doing something Vegas forgot how to do. Number 7. Reno, Nevada. They used to call Reno the biggest little city. Then Vegas made it irrelevant. Now Reno's having the last laugh. While Vegas tears down history for baseball stadiums, Reno's downtown actually got better. The Riverwalk, craft breweries, actual culture beyond slot machines, and yes, casinos that don't treat you like an ATM. The Whitney Peak Hotel converted its entire casino floor into a climbing wall. That tells you everything about New Reno. It's not desperately dependent on gambling. The pressure's off, so the experience is better. Peppermill still gives free drinks to anyone playing penny slots. The Cal Neva treats locals like VIPs. Nobody's charging resort fees just because they can. Here's the stat that should terrify Vegas. Reno's housing costs are high, but tourists save 40% compared to Vegas trips. Same desert, same state, completely different attitude. Tech workers from California drive over for weekend trips. Burning Man attendees stop through. The city figured out what Vegas forgot. Treat people well, and they come back. The university gives Reno something Vegas desperately lacks. Young people who actually live there full-time. Real community, real culture, real reasons to visit beyond losing money. But if you really want to see where Middle America is gambling now, forget Nevada entirely. Number 6. Oklahoma Tribal Casinos. Texas gamblers used to drive 10 hours to Vegas. Now they drive 2 hours to Oklahoma and never look back. WinStar World Casino spans 600,000 square feet, making it bigger than any Vegas casino floor. Let that sink in. Oklahoma has a bigger casino than anything on the Strip, and nobody's talking about it. The tribal casinos figured out the formula Vegas abandoned: massive properties, reasonable prices, and geography that actually makes sense. Why fly to Vegas when Choctaw Casino has 7,400 slot machines and hotel rooms under $100? The buffet costs $25, parking's free, and they'll comp your room if you play for 3 hours. Try getting that deal at MGM Grand, Durant, Oklahoma, population 18,000, sees 2 million visitors annually just for gambling. These aren't tourists seeking spectacle. They're gamblers who want to gamble without the theatrical markup. No celebrity chef restaurants, no nightclubs with $500 minimums, just cards, dice, and machines that don't require a mortgage payment to play. But here's what really hurts Vegas. These casinos are expanding while Vegas contracts. WinStar just added another hotel tower. Choctaw's building a new entertainment complex. They're growing because they remember something Vegas forgot. Sometimes people just want to gamble in peace. Speaking of peace, wait until you hear where Gulf Coast gamblers are going instead of making that Vegas flight. Number 5. Biloxi, Mississippi. Here's something Vegas never saw coming. People choosing Mississippi over Nevada. But walk along Biloxi's beach at sunset. Casino lights reflecting off the Gulf while you play $10 blackjack, and suddenly it makes perfect sense. The South's gambling secret is out, and it's stealing customers Vegas thought it owned forever. Beau Rivage, Hard Rock, Golden Nugget, they're all here. Except your Ocean View room costs $119 instead of Vegas's $319. The seafood buffet serves fresh Gulf shrimp for $35, not frozen imports for $75. You can walk barefoot from the beach to the blackjack table. When's the last time Vegas offered that? The dealers here actually slow down when teaching new players, instead of rolling their eyes and calling the pit boss. IP Casino runs a Thursday night tournament where half the players are locals who've been coming for 10 years, treating it more like a social club than a competition. The cocktail waitresses remember your name by the second drink, not because they're angling for tips, but because Southern hospitality isn't just marketing speak down here. The entire Mississippi Gulf Coast generates $1.5 billion in gaming revenue with a fraction of Vegas's properties. How? They remembered that gambling vacations should include the vacation part. Families come for the beach, stay for the casinos. Retirees book monthly stays at rates Vegas wouldn't offer for a single night. Even the locals gamble here because the casinos actually want their business. One couple from Atlanta told me they've switched their anniversary trip from Vegas to Biloxi permanently. Same games, better food, actual ocean, half the price. But if you think beachfront gambling is appealing, wait until you hear what's happening in the desert just 3 hours from Vegas. Number 4. Scottsdale Phoenix Resorts. Arizona Vegas executives should be terrified of Phoenix. Not because it's stealing conventions or concerts, but because it's proving you can run luxury casino resorts without treating guests like walking credit cards. Talking Stick Resort charges premium prices too, but here's the difference. You actually get what you pay for. The pools are better than Vegas, and nobody's charging $40 for a lounge chair. The spa doesn't require a mortgage application. Valet parking remains complimentary. Imagine that. You're playing in 75-degree weather in January, while Vegas hits 45 degrees at night. The golf courses are championship level, and you can actually afford to play them. Desert Diamond, Casino Arizona. These properties figured out what Vegas forgot. Upscale doesn't mean hostile. High limits don't require high attitudes. You can run a luxury operation while still comping drinks and treating regular players with respect. The dealers chat. The hosts remember names. The restaurants don't require reservations 3 months out. Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport handles direct flights from everywhere, just like Vegas. Except when you land, Uber to your resort costs $20, not $50. The resort fee is $25, not $55. The climate's identical, the amenities are better, and nobody's nickel and diming you for breathing their air. But Phoenix isn't even the fastest growing alternative. That honor goes somewhere Vegas never expected competition from. Number 3, Miami and South Florida casinos. Miami just became what Vegas used to be, the perfect mix of nightlife and gambling without the corporate suffocation. While Vegas kills its clubs with $1,000 table minimums, Miami's casino scene explodes alongside the hottest nightlife in America. Hard Rock Hollywood, Seminole gaming properties, Magic City Casino. They're packed every weekend, with people Vegas priced out. South Beach to casino takes 20 minutes. In Vegas, you're trapped in a desert. Miami gives you art galleries, beaches, actual culture, then world-class gambling when you want it. The energy feels like Vegas circa 2005, before corporate boards decided fun was less important than quarterly earnings. Here's what's really happening. Miami's stealing Vegas's youngest, richest customers. The crypto crowd, the influencers, the athletes, they're all partying in Miami now. Why? Because you can dock your yacht, hit the casino, then party at clubs that don't charge $500 just to stand inside. The dealers speak multiple languages. The players are international. The vibe is everything Vegas claims to be, but isn't. Genting Group is building a massive new resort. The Fontainebleau Miami Beach added gaming. Every major operator sees what's obvious. Miami's the new destination, Vegas is the old one. But even Miami can't compete with the genius of the next alternative. Because while Vegas nickel and dimes you to death, this option includes everything up front. Number 2. Cruises with onboard casinos. You want to know the most devastating trend for Vegas? People aren't comparing casino to casino anymore. They're comparing entire vacation costs. And when you do that math, cruise ships are destroying Vegas at its own game. 7 nights, all food included, entertainment covered, and yes, a full casino that's open in international waters. Royal Caribbean's newest ships have casinos rivaling anything downtown Vegas offers. Better machines, lower minimums, and here's the kicker. When you're done gambling, you wake up in a new country, not another view of desert, an actual new destination. The house edge might be higher, but when your room, food, and transportation are prepaid, you're still ahead of Vegas's death by 1,000 charges. Norwegian, Carnival, Virgin Voyages, they're all expanding casino operations because they see what Vegas doesn't. People want predictability. One price, everything included, no surprises. That $2,000 cruise includes what would cost $5,000 in Vegas, after all the hidden fees. Plus, You can walk away from the tables and watch the ocean. Try finding that view at Caesars. The average cruise gambler spends $500 per voyage. The average Vegas visitor drops $2,000 just surviving 3 days. Which vacation sounds better? But cruises aren't even the biggest threat to Vegas's empire. The number one destination is so obvious, Vegas should have seen it coming 20 years ago. Number 1. Tribal mega resorts in California. The death blow to Vegas isn't coming from another state. It's coming from California, and Vegas walked right into it. Pechanga, San Manuel, Morongo, these aren't casinos anymore. They're destination resorts that rival anything on the Strip, except they're 2 hours from Los Angeles, not 4 hours through desert hell. Pechanga Resort Casino spans 200,000 square feet of gaming, has 5,500 slot machines, and just opened a $300 million expansion. Their hotel rooms rival Wynn quality at Flamingo prices. The restaurants have Michelin mentions without Vegas markups. The pool complex embarrasses most Strip properties. And here's the killer. No resort fees, free parking, and drinks still comped for anyone playing, not just high rollers. San Manuel rebranded as Yamava Resort, signaling they're not competing with local card rooms anymore. They're competing with Vegas directly and winning. California residents save flight costs, rental cars, and 4 hours of travel time. For the same money Vegas charges for a weekend, Californians can gamble Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, sleeping in their own beds if they want. The numbers tell the story Vegas doesn't want you to hear. California tribal gaming revenue hit $11 billion last year. That's money that used to flow to Nevada. Every expanded California resort is another nail in Vegas's coffin. Because when Los Angeles residents can drive 90 minutes to a resort that treats them better than Vegas ever did, why would they ever get on that plane again?